Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be making a summer to fall wreath with a few simple supplies on this episode of Make It with Podge. I'm Cathie and let's get crafty. I'm only using a few basic supplies for this napkin decoupage wreath. The wood cutouts are easily available at any craft store, and I'm using Mod Podge in satin. The first step is to select your napkin, and then you're going to separate the printed ply from the white plies of the napkin. You'll only want to be decoupaging with the top printed ply. Next, you're going to apply Mod Podge to your wood surface. You don't need a thick coat. A thinner coat will work better. Once your entire piece is coated with Mod Podge, then you're going to be ready to apply your napkin. I like to spritz my napkin with a little bit of water prior to placing it onto my surface. This just helps with wrinkles. Then you'll just place your napkin right onto your wood surface, and then using your fingers working from the center out, you'll just want to press and smooth any wrinkles. Now be very careful. You do not want to tear your napkins, and of course they are pretty thin, so you just want to go very lightly and carefully. Then once your napkin is completely down, I like to prop it up on something and let it dry for about 15 minutes before I top coat and do my edges. For the edges, you'll want to trim around the piece of wood, and I trim pretty closely to the wood design. And then I'll go in and trim all the way around any of the curves and corners, working all the way up to the wood. This will just help to be able to fold that back to the back of our piece. Once it's all trimmed up, you'll just apply Mod Podge to the back of the piece and literally just wrap the napkin around to the back side. To top coat, I like to prop it up on a can of beans just to give it some height so it doesn't stick to my surface. And then I use even brush strokes going in one direction with my same formula of Mod Podge that I used to decoupage my napkin down. I like to let my piece dry for a couple of hours before I move on to my decorating. For my wreath, I'm just going to add some burlap ribbon detail in sort of a crisscross fashion. I'm using hot glue and of course my Mod Podge finger caps so I don't burn my fingers. Next, it's the fun part. Now we just get to decorate. So I'm going to add my leaf to the center of my wreath, and I'm going to add my letters welcome and some really cute papery sunflowers. All right, there we go, all ready for my front door. This is a great under 30-minute craft. Thanks so much for being here with me today, guys. Make sure you use those hashtags Mod Podge and Plaid Crafts so everyone can see what you're making. I'll be back here next week with a fun Mod Podge craft to share with you, and I will see you next week. Bye.